we have another important, the most important pillar, which is the seventh pillar, aligned action. Remember, knowledge is power. All right, knowledge is power, but implementation is superpower. So it's of no use if you don't implement these things, whatever you have learned. All right, some of the strategies that we learned in this particular session, if you bring this into action in your daily life, definitely you can see a lot of changes in terms of how you address your stress, how you address your anger. All right, so the true change begins with inner alignment. So anything that happens, if I'm not in my control, because if I'm not able to take myself in control, how can I expect others to be under my control? Do you agree? So don't leave your emotions to take control of you. So you should be taking control of your emotions. Keep that in mind. Set goals that match the emotional state, and then let your thoughts, emotions, etc. come across and get aligned. So to basically go further and manage your stress and anger, there are two approaches that you can take. So you can do a bottom-up approach where you apply certain breathing techniques that we discussed in the session. Mindfulness, be calm, stay calm, and be conscious whenever you're doing any activity. Right? How do you basically do certain basic activities, like you are washing your vehicle, right? You do consciously, right? The same thing you bring in for every activity that you do. And meditation, be conscious with your breath and applying the healing techniques that we basically discussed. Right? So it's a very effective way of managing and addressing stress and anger. And the other approach is to understand these pillars effectively. Getting it? So just doing the breathing is one aspect to get into calmness. But if you just step back and understand what are these elements in my life, and cognitively you restructure this, reframe these particular things, so that you can basically achieve much better results and make it permanent. Who does not want to be happy permanently? Do you agree? Right? So if you want to be in that particular place, you should take the top down approach where you start journaling, you start reframing. So you start giving different meanings, give positive meanings for negative emotions. Right? Somebody came in, say for example, somebody is going in front of you and he's not giving way to you, and you are in a hurry, right, on the road. Let's imagine, right? One way to say is, yes, this guy is not allowing me, I want to go, I'm not able to overtake, right? That could be leading to stress. How can you reframe this? You can just say, okay, that guy is more peaceful, he's going driving aram, say, like on the road for whatever reason, because I got late because of my problem. Do you agree? Coming back to the previous example, I got late because of my problem. So this person is going on the road so peacefully in aram, say in the 30 40 kilometers per hour. So he should be gifted, he or she should be gifted to be in that particular state and driving calmly. And I should also learn to drive calmly. That is a simple example of changing the meaning of that particular thought that comes in. Making sense? Right? So if somebody, some food delivery guy comes in and comes in front of you, allow that person to go. Instead of trying to compete with that person, allow that person to go, and then say maybe he is having a pain to deliver food to his customers, right? His or her customers. So just bring that particular thought, saying that okay, let that person is in a hurry, I am okay, I have left home early, I am comfortable reaching this my place at the time I am intended to, so let this person go. So the moment you start bringing that switch in your emotions and change the state, automatically you could see that things are more easier to manage. Can you relate that particular thought, which is called as reframing? We also have various other techniques. I have some courses that I'm planning, and I also have released a course which basically talks about all these things as well. But one thing I want to help you is, like, whatever we learned here itself today can give you a lot of insights, deep insights into understanding what are those six pillars and the seventh pillar to take action and bring the practices that we have discussed in our daily routine. So that's something which can basically help us to come up with an attitude to address the stress and the anger related issues including anxiety, fear, everything for that matter.